The 0-2. 1-2. Hit sharply to short. Falefa, the throw. Opening day this year. 22 years old. Made his major league. And he is the number 3 prospect on base second.
Have a really good player. They have a really good kid in their clubhouse. Be a leader.
See, I talked to Bobby Witt Jr.
Coming up, started at third, went back to short, which he played in the minor leagues, but anxious to see him out in the field as an everyday player. The ball well from him. You know, it's just the way things go. Time, same era that I played.
Swing and a miss. Salvador Perez takes a strike from Cortez. 2 outs here in the 5th. Fly ball right field. Carpenter at Yankees 6, Royals 2. Here at the stadium on Old Timer, then lined out sharply to Lopez in the 3rd. Donaldson 7 for his last 31. Matt Carpenter and Aaron Hicks against Wyatt Mills. 1-0. Coming into today, the Yankees average 5 and a run differential of +203, the best in the majors. Everything is clicking for the Yankees. You very rarely see runs. That's how we score a lot of runs. And one of the great
ways, there's no doubt about it. I mean, even the greatest pitchers, you look at like a game plan, you see the elite pitchers in the league. How do you score runs? Garrett Cole, for instance.
Put the ball in play and do not strike out as much. They have bat-to-ball skills, and that's
defensively, you know, just by putting some balls in play. So I think this Yankee lineup is a perfect combination.
Fast is when you hit a lot of home runs, but you also strike out a lot. And you
play doesn't have a ton of power, but he's a perfect complement in the middle of their lineup.
That one just missed. 2-2. Swing and a miss. Carpenter 1-0 on Hicks. Hicks wrapped into a double play with the bases. That was in the 4th. That was a strike. 1-1. Right back to Mills. Nice play. Underhands it to Pascal. Chambers loaded up today. Not a seat on Aroldis Chapman to pitch the 6th inning. And
I hope he goes back to sticking and leaning on that fast.
Almost take it as a personal challenge when you're behind the plate. I'm not going to let you drop.
The 1-2. Strike 3. 100
is a very good sign for Aaron Boone and the Yankees, because he is down.
So 1 away, and here is pass.
I think at this point in Aroldis Chapman's career, he's really got to do a good job of. You know what, Paul, plus with a nasty slider. Now it's like, okay, do I have my good fastball today? Yes, I do. That I've worked. Jeff Reardon was a guy who could never recognize what he had in the bullpen.
1-2. There's looped into left field. Benintendi.
Again, went back to the fastball, got a lot of the gets hit, and then he goes away from it. I mean, outs are outs. Whether they're strikeouts, doesn't have a lot of pop.
Michael A. Taylor takes pitch low. You know, you might wonder, well, why take Cortez out after 5 innings? 2-1.
I think also recognizing, so Aaron Boone recognizing that. Good day to get him out of there and get
115 in 2018. That's with Trenton and Scranton, but in his big league, just add a couple more. 2-2. Strike 3. Taylor down looking at 3. We go to the bottom of the 6th. 6-2 Yankees over the Royals. And a new pitcher for the Royals.
Huh? He went from old school all the way up to a couple days ago with Benintendi.
This will be his 34th game. You see his numbers. Too many walks, but
and there's been a lot of them in that Kansas City bullpen. Mentioned it last night. They are on pace. I was just going to say my wife is all on board. That's just not the
1-0 to IKF upstairs.
That's about it.
Yes.
And then we evaluate from there, right, Paul?
After, golf buddies. They want to play golf. 3 Tuesdays from. I'm like, how?
Wow, both of you. Wow. I guess you go hole to hole on the golf course.
What time do I need to get to the stadium, right, Paul? Then what time do you need to get to the batting cage?
Your life was planned. You knew exactly what you're doing on September 11th, September 5th.
We looked in half-hour intervals.
I had Robbie Kakuza. He took care of everything, so I can't help it.
Full take second. So that's what they saw, and now they're going to get together and see. Maybe I don't think they'll overturn it, but at least that because that foot never left the rubber, and then he slid it off. Talking about it.
It's kind of spin move there because second baseman.
Today, 1 for 2, pitches high. 2-0.
I don't think this is the thing he was looking for, Paul.
Not the game plan.
There's a strike, 2-1.
His on-field interview last night after the game talking about the sandwich and who hits before the guys get on base before him, so they have to pitch to him, and the guy behind the lineup is another force that only helps Aaron Judge.
All right, so Paul, when you were part of the
To get me out there, Bernie Williams, he was a good hitter.
He was so quiet and wasn't really demonstrative with his fame and his success, but if you're 2-2. Strike 3, Trevino. Bullpen, then a fly ball to right, and then an RBI single to left center. So a couple.
You're going to get pitches to hit because Judge is on the on-deck circle.
Flash, to your point, I always thought that if there was not some
runner goes, throw to third, and it goes into left field. Base in an E2.
That's catchers in baseball. Still, an errant throw.
Talked about the difference with this team putting some balls in play, and you're right, the run
base of the year and a scored run. And again, the reason I love stolen bases and
Got a double clutched on that swing, and soft ground ball is short. Garcia takes his time. A home run, another home run in the second inning. His 40.
Yeah, a lot of homers again too.
Over the glove of, and it's probably al dente.
We've seen that.
Yeah, that Toyota. Two and 2. 3-2.
The first year, his rookie year, which he had a phenomenal year, but that's the kind of pitch that he would swing at.
Still 3. 3-2. Upstairs, and Judge works another walk. So Amir Garrett is going to come.
Notice you introduced David Cohn.
I didn't get emotional about
did.
that. No, Amir Garrett, even if you're not a baseball fan, he played basketball for St. John's with a runner on first. Played 2 seasons at St. John's. Pitch inside.
Cincinnati, and did not wait for the team to follow. He just ran towards it to the Reds dugout or the Pittsburgh dugout.
There's a strike in high school in Henderson. Pass the baton, and it's passed now to Gleyber Torres.
He doesn't have to do anything other than continue to do what he's done, and that's a little bit different or more than you've been doing. Then you start to try to change.
The Yankees, that's the offense in this inning. A walk, a balk, a